Sword of Night is one of the coolest looking weapons in Elden Ring. It's a katana breathing out the darkness of the night. Not to mention its beautiful weapon art, reaching our slash. It's a blade dance that can tear through any source of light. What makes this weapon worth your time even more is the amazing side quest that rewards you with this weapon. The story of Count Ymir and Jolan. This quest is well hidden in the lands of shadows that can easily be missed. This guide will give you a complete walkthrough of this questline, including all the possible choices, endings, and their rewards. The first thing we need to do is to collect an important item required for this quest, Iris of Occultation. From the castle front side of Greece, we're getting on a horse heading east. Right along the side of cliff on our left, very soon we should see a safe drop location to jump down. Carefully make small drops and slowly descend until we reach the bottom of the valley. Past the giant crab, head towards east and go up into the valley again. Continue to follow the route to the southeast, past two poison swamps and eventually right along the cliff until we see a wind tunnel, the Spirit Spring. If it's the first time you are here, however, the Spirit Spring will be deactivated. But if you continue on east and circle back up to a platform, you will see a can on the floor that is blocking the wind. Destroy the can, you will reactivate the Spirit Spring. Now, let's get onto the torrent and jump onto the wind tunnel. Once you land, look east. You will see another Spirit Spring. Jump into it again. We will arrive at Fort of Reprimand. From this side of Greece, we are heading deeper into the fort. You can explore this fort if you like, but I will take you to the main fort of Reprimand side of Greece. From the Greece, look west. There's a small gap that we can carefully jump down. Immediately drop into the opening on the ground. It will take us to the dungeon of the fort. A strong enemy awaits us. Defeat him and we will acquire Iris of Occultation. This item will be important for us later. Fast travel back to Fort of Reprimand side of Greece. It's time for our next destination. Drop down from the gap to the west again, and this time head straight to the exit. To the north of the fort, we will find Mood Highway south side of Greece. Get on the horse again and ride towards the north. You will encounter a ghost flame dragon on the way. Simply ignore him and ride on. He is quite strong, we can leave him for another day. On the right side of the road, we will find Mood Ruin side of Greece. Ride towards the ruin, and on the side of a broken church-like structure, we will be able to find a gap for us to drop down. Simply follow the route and continue to drop down all the way to the bottom until a small tunnel leads us to the southeast. Climb up the ladder and we should eventually reach Bonny Village. Riding into the village, past the jars along the road, a broken bridge will appear. A double jump on the horseback should take us right across to the other side. Turn left immediately and ride straight north. We will see a dead tree at the end, and under the tree, the gesture, "O Mother," can be found. This is another mandatory item for this quest. From here, double back to the village, and this time, cross the 2 long bridges to the east. Here we will find bridge leading to the village, Site of Grace. Get onto the horse again, ride northeast into the forest. After the natural form the stone arc, we should see another fire golem. Simply ignore him and ride on north. The next Site of Grace is just ahead of us. Church District High Road. Here's the last leg of this journey. Ride upwards onto the hill to the north. A church sits in the middle of the water, and this is the Cathedral of Miyr, where we can find the main NPCs of this quest, Ymir and Jolan. After unlocking the Site of Grace, head into the cathedral, and we can find Count Ymir sitting in the center. Talk to him, he will give us a whole laden necklace, as well as a map indicating where we should go next. Exhaust his dialogue, turn back, and in the northwest of the cathedral, we can find Jolan leaning on a pillar. Talk to her as well, and we are ready for the next step. To reach our next destination, we need to first arrive at Cerulean Coast. Now I have shown exactly how you can get there in my previous video, which I will link in description below. But this time I will speed up the footage and quickly show you the route again from the castle front, Site of Grace. Feel free to jump to the timestamp if you have already unlocked this area. Now, if it's the first time you're here, I will also show you where to unlock the map here and grab a scattered tree fragment along the way. Ride across the area towards the south, but try to avoid the open area by walking around the left side. otherwise a dragon will show up and start attacking. A path leading upwards will take us right in front of the map location here. Continue upwards to southeast. We can find the sculpture fragment under the Michaelis cross, and also the Cerulean Coast cross site of grace. From the site of grace, go back down towards the south. Turn right at the first stone structure we see, and there will be a gap leading us downwards to the beach. Just ride along the beach until we reach the far side. Another stone structure will lead us up. Go through the gap on the right to reach Finger Ruin of Rhia. The goal is to get down into the ruin and reach the center of this area. Beware of the magic projectiles shooting towards us, it will dismount us if hit. Try to use the fingers as a cover and you should reach the center in no time. In the center of the ruin, interacting with the hanging bell, we will be rewarded with Crimson Seed Talisman +1. For the reference, here is where we are on the map, and now faster travel back to the Cathedral of Manners Meteor. Talk to Ymir again, he will reward us a talisman and give us another map. Don't forget to turn back and talk to Jolan again, so she knows we are on the same side. From here, travel back to Church District High Road, Site of Grace, we unlocked earlier. Ride northwest and pass through a tunnel which will lead us to Church District entrance, Site of Grace. This is again another big area you can explore, but I will show you the quickest route to our destination. Jump down to the roof of the small buildings and carefully make small jumps towards the west side of the area. From a lower roof to the west, we can make another jump onto the buttress of the center cathedral. Walk up along the buttress, a hole on the ceiling will lead us down into the building. Jump southwards and drop down to the bottom floor. Avoid the fire knights, we are taking the second door on the left. An elevator will take us to the storehouse, back section, Site of Grace. To the west is a ladder, a very long one no less. We are climbing all the way up. Go to the room in the east, past 2 bookshelves, and turn around to find a hole on the castle wall leading us outside. Go up the stairs and we shall reach Storehouse Loft, side of Greece. Take the small elevator up, turn to the west, and we should see another ladder. From the top of the ladder, continue northwest and drop down to a wooden gear clog. Sprint jump to the northeast and reach the floor down below. Here, another elevator awaits us. Continue downwards, take the stone lift to reach the bottom, shadow keep back gate. From the Greece, turn right to the east, we will find a sculpture fragment on the America statue. This is where we should use the "Oh Mother" gesture we collected earlier. A hidden door will reveal and take us to the beautiful hinterland. Get onto the horse again, following the road down east. There will be 2 tree sentinels on the way. Quickly pass them if you don't want to fight. The next side of Greece is just ahead of us, the Fingerstone Hill. From here, what we need to do is similar as before. Get down into the finger ruin of Dheo to the southeast. Try to avoid projectiles and reach the center of the ruin. In the center, blow the horn again. We will be rewarded with Cerulean Seed Talisman +1. For the reference, here is where we are on the map, and since we are here, we will fast travel back to the storehouse back section again to collect another important item. From the Greece, instead of going up the ladder, jump over the balcony down to the bottom to reach the storehouse first floor side of Greece. From the Greece, run towards west and take the lift down. Turn right and reach the armory filled with living jars. Go through the first door on the left and jump down from the balcony again. There is a bigger enemy waiting. Defeat him, and next to the altar we can find Iris of Grace. Keep this item for now. Travel back to the Cathedral of Manus Meteor. talk to Count Ymir for the final time, and he will give us the last ruins map. As always, go back to Jolan and exhaust her dialogue. After this, we can reset area by resting at the site of grace and pass time until it's evening. Go back to Ymir and he is nowhere to be found. But interacting with his chair, a hidden path will reveal, which can take us down to the last finger ruin. As we are approaching the finger bell, we will be invaded by Anna, Jolan's sister. Defeating her will grant us the weapon, Claws of Night. Jolan will also have more dialogue after this encounter, so you can go back and check with her if you want. Go back into the secret finger ruin, sound the hanging bell for the last time. This will trigger a remembrance boss fight. To avoid spoilers, I won't show you the boss. After defeating it, we can travel back to the Cathedral of Miyr again. And this time we will need to fight Jolan and Ymir and defeat them both one by one. This will reward us with Ymir's outfit, his weapon and bell bearing. Now reset this area by resting at the grace and go back into the cathedral. We will find Jolan lying on the floor with her last breath. Here we need to make a choice, either give her the Iris of Grace or the Iris of Occultation. Each has different consequences and rewards, but once you make the choice, there is no going back until the next playthrough. So I will show you both decisions. First, let's give her Iris of Grace. She will become a Spirit Ash summon, Sword Hand of Night Jolan. But this is not the end of it. Let's travel back to Hinterland. Get on the horse and head along the road. Take the road upwards to the south. It will take us to the Shaman village. Go into the village towards southeast. Between a few stones at the end of the village, we should find a small path that leads us downwards. Carefully jump down to the lower platform to the south. We should eventually reach the balcony of Rabat Rise. And here is the puppet of Anna, Jolan's sister. Interacting with this puppet will allow us to combine them into a new Spirit Ash summon, Jolan And Anna. This is a very cool looking summon with an even cooler story behind it. Now, let's turn back the time and see what happens if we give Jolan the Iris of Occultation. She seems to be content and died peacefully. From the body, we will finally get Sword of Night. Now there we have it. This concludes the full questline of Count Ymir and Jolan. Ymir is a quite important NPC that contributes to the lore of Elden Ring, and the rewards from Jolan are simply too good to miss. So this is indeed one of the must-do side quests in Elden Ring. Now I hope you find this guide useful. Please leave a like and subscribe for future content like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.